Hi, I'm Matt from hockeyreviews.ca, and this is the true, one. It's like, well, okay, I got these in before December 2018. I think it was about September 2018, and now it is the summer of 2020. So they have over a year and a half, I would say, of use in them. So it's a review on the basically, I guess, longevity. It's basically the review of like the durability and how these actually play. Um, but before that, if you have beer league jerseys that you're looking to get and your team needs to be outfitted, make sure you click the link in the description. For a limited time, you get 20% off socks if you make a purchase of jerseys as well from jerseysmadeeasy.com. If you click the link in the card on the right and in the description, it shows you the different type of jersey materials. I also have one for logos and socks as well. And any sale of a full custom set of jerseys for your team gets me a kickback, so it helps fund the channel so I can continue to make content like this. So now on to the skates themselves. So everyone with True now coming out with their TF9s or something and TF7 skates, and then their new custom skates that people are going on about social media. And everyone raves about buying True all the time. So I kind of want to put the brakes on that a little bit because I want to talk about my experiences with those and why I don't necessarily just jump on the True bandwagon and say you should just buy Trues, they're better than everything else. One is because after about a year, so the beginning of the 2019 winter season, I've had a ton of problems with these skates in terms of comfort. For about a year, they were great. They were the best fitting skates I've ever had. I had no pain at all in my feet. Well, the only pain would be if I tied this really tight. Once I just didn't tie them tight, they were totally fine. Super comfortable for about a year and a bit. I'd say about a year of use, I want to say. They're super comfortable, did exactly what I wanted them to do. They've held up well. Like you can see the liner wear with like the light gray in there. That's all kind of the worn out spots. You can see it on like the eyelets too. This would be worse on player stuff because the shin pads would be rubbing, but this is just the tongue. Just for comparison's sake, you can see these are much newer skates and there is like wear already on those, and that is with the player tongue. So that's something I don't really like, how True doesn't have anything to go on there. They don't have like the comfort edge either on the side. With that said though, you can see the wear on the inside toe from basically all the ice and getting touches on both of my skates. It's fine. Everything's working still fine in terms of like actual, like it works. My issue specifically, and it's really hard to like show because my issue is basically right here. So after about a year, something happened in these skates, and it wasn't me baking them again or anything like that. I just believe that they broke down. So after a year, basically I have pain right here on my foot all the time. And if I tie my skates as snug as I like, it's a lot worse. If I don't tie my skates at all, so basically right now, all I do is a top three. And even then it's not super tight, but that's like the only part I do up. The rest I leave it really loose. I'd prefer tighter, but the tighter I make it, the more this hurts. So basically it feels like the bottom of this skate has started to like form around and shrink almost. So a lot of people say these get softer and open up. For me, it almost feels like it's the other way, where like this felt like it used to be flat and comfortable, and now it's like I get pain on the balls of my feet and it hurts pretty bad when I'm playing. It hurts like when you start moving and stuff like that, you notice it less, but when you're standing there, you definitely feel it. After the game, I definitely feel it. So that's really disappointing to me, and why I can't really just blankly recommend these skates. I've tried everything on there. So you see no insoles in there right now. I took the stock ones out. I tried to remove the red ones. It didn't help. I've tried Superfeet. It didn't help. I tried Superfeet Comfort. It didn't help. I tried Speed Plates. It didn't help. And then I tried these, and this one doesn't help totally, but it's the most comfortable of them all. So I wear these now. And I still have that pain basically right here. And it's on both feet, and it's not comfortable at all. And I'm not a fan of it. When these were new, they're $850 Canadian for the skate. I would expect that to last more than a year of use. And the skate has held up by all means, but the comfort isn't. So something has changed in there. And to me, the only thing that could have really changed is the like makeup of the actual skate itself. And I didn't have that pain from the first, like I said, for the first year. It was afterwards. So with that, like, I can't recommend this skate because it broke down within a year, and like that's tough for me to say, yeah, go for it. I will say, if you don't fit in any retail skate, the other companies do have custom now, but they're more expensive than the true custom is. So it is a pretty good option. For me, right, also, I can't comment on if the newer updated ones have gotten better in that. From what I've heard from personal experiences, they haven't. I know people who have bought these when they first came out and they already said they broke down and they're on a new pair of skates. So I can't confidently say that these will be better than these ones, but I can say that mine did break down on these after a year of use, and so that's why I'm hesitant to just blanketly say get true because they're great skates. That's not good enough for me. So with that said, I don't know what I'm going to buy in the future. I'm probably not going to buy the newest version of the true ones because I don't have faith that this will be fixed on the new one. So I'm not going to give them more of my money in case nothing changes. I was looking at the new ultrasonic skates, but because they're now deeper, but I don't fit right here. And that's the one reason why I liked the true skates, is because they are custom to your feet. I have a high instep right here. And so most of skates, I have issues with lace bite basically right here with the tongue. So I usually have to do this part really loose. I actually still have to do that loose on this skate, but it's not an issue because the skate fits me really well with not custom really molded skates. Skates feel way too loose. So for this, I think you can kind of see like a bump where mine is higher. So I tried on ultrasonics, and even though they are deeper than before, I still come out of the skate right here. So basically I'd have to cut part of the tongue out, like the material in it, to make it really work over time, because I know that will break down and I'll start feeling lace bite, if not right away. Because I did when I tied them out without baking them. My other option is CCM AS3s, AS3 Pros, which I tried on and are very close to actually fitting me right here. I had issues with that spot on the player skates, but it wasn't awful and I could get around it. Basically, I would just leave a few eyelets undone basically, and I would go up and it would be fine. So that is an option. I'm not going to spend like custom price on skates because one, I did on here and I don't like my experiences, and two, I don't like doing that before I can try the skate itself, if that makes sense. So I'm sure Bauer could make me a custom skate with my sizing, but I'm not really willing to jump down that price. I'd rather deal with the foot paint on this than spend over like $1,000, because I'd rather put that towards like goalie pads and stuff like that than skates. I'm weird, I know. But I was looking at AS3s, and so they're on my list because they were the closest fitting. I couldn't get I couldn't try an 8.5 double E, which I think would be the size I need. So they were the closest fitting, and I wouldn't mind going there. That's my review basically of over a year and a bit of these skates, and why I'm kind of disappointed in them and why I'm looking for something else. So when the new skate true stuff's coming out, I always tell people to give it a little bit of give a lot of feedback with a grain of salt, because from what I've heard, they break down. And I can say I use X100 skates for a while for player, I think like 2 years. Zero issues with them breaking down during that time. My issue was with the tongue depth because they didn't fit me. But like the skate didn't change. It was the exact same way the whole time during that time I used them. With these, the difference in comfort from the first year to now is pretty significant, and that's really disappointing for me. And I feel a lot of people online who kind of push this you'll see the marketing people, like just look on social media, anyone wearing the true stuff is, yeah. But I find this has kind of like a cult following, and I think it should be notched down a little bit, and I would like to see better quality out of true. I know they have their new skates, but people really like the look of this. To me, it's the same skate, but it's just like looks different, so it doesn't look as cheap. But they still don't have a comfort edge. They still don't have the wear guard. So stuff like that is disappointing to me, because they could be doing something better, but they're not really listening to feedback to make them on the same level, in my opinion, as the other top end skates. So yeah, that's a quick review about this thing and my thoughts on true skates. So just be a little weary of the TF9 stuff coming out, because my experiences with these are nowhere near what a lot of other people online are talking about. And I can only speak from my own personal experiences and what people tell me in person, and the breakdowns of True has been pretty consistent. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. If you ever do buy a piece of gear because of one of my videos, or if you want me to review a specific piece of gear, reach out to manufacturers, let them know. That way I can get on their radar, hopefully get gear so I can do reviews on, like TF9s. I would love to review those, but I'm not spending the money personally to actually use them because I have these and that wasn't a great experience. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.